Hello, everybody. How are you doing this Wednesday evening? This is Marissa Alexander, and tonight we have a very special topic, and I really, really would like for you to join. It's in relation to Diamonds Ford, a Jacksonville mother who is currently incarcerated for a situation similar to Breonna Taylor, and she survived. She was not killed, and she is in prison or in jail right now. And I'd like for you all to join because there are details I want to share with you. And this is very important that we support her like you all supported me. So, as you know, I'm an advocate, I'm an author, and I'm a survivor. I'd even like to say I'm a freedom fighter. So, as you all are joining, if you could let me know where you're from, how you doing tonight, and then we're going to jump right on into it. And hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm sure you can. I'm having faith tonight. So I am currently off on a different location, so that's why my background looks a little different. But nonetheless, I'm here, and we're going to talk about it. Okay. Hey, Miss Jenkins. So on September 29th at 8 a.m., the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, as well as the DEA and the SWAT team in Jacksonville, Florida, did a raid on a home in the North Side area. At that time, they stated that they, in fact, did notify them via I guess the horn, but nonetheless, it was 8 o'clock in the morning, and both Diamond and her fiance were asleep. JSO, it was a high risk warrant, basically a no knock warrant. They then broke glass into the house and startled Miss Ford and her fiance. They broke the glass where she was by the window. Diamond shot at the window with a registered firearm in her own home in fear of her life. She ran to the bathroom after that and contacted the police. While she's on the phone, you can hear her stating that they're going to die. She believed that they were going to die. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. At some point in the call, you could hear the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office letting them know that they were out there. Now, when Diamond Ford grabbed her firearm and shot in the direction of where the glass was breaking, she did shoot a JSO officer or a SWAT member. He had on a vest. He was not harmed. He was rushed to the hospital with non-threatening injuries, so he was okay. As a matter of fact, he is back on the streets. So in that time, she contacted the police. Once she identified that it was the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, which is all on the 911 call, she complied and surrendered, both her and her fiance. They came, they apprehended her. Now, what you have been told so far that there was drugs in the house, and there were also guns. So let's get to that. Diamond Ford complied, and they arrested her, took her outside in her underwear, outside of her home at 8 o'clock in the morning. They took her, they apprehended her, they took all of her belongings and searched them. In their search for drugs and other narcotics, they found less than 5 ounces of cannabis. The firearm that they did find was registered to Diamond Ford. Diamond Ford does not have any prior felonies, and neither does her fiance. So where does that leave us now? Well, let's talk about how they tore up her home. They tore up her home looking for large amounts of narcotics, and they only found less than 5 ounces of marijuana. Do you know how much that is? That's 124 grams ish. That's all. So Diamond Ford and her fiance could be murdered, could be killed right now. And Diamond Ford was not even a part of the original warrant that was served, which was a high-risk warrant. It was not, her name was not on that warrant. Nonetheless, she was in fear. She shot, as you can do in Florida, in your castle. You can shoot and defend yourself, as she thought she was in fear. She complied. She is very sorry for the misunderstanding, but it was not her intent to knowingly shoot a law enforcement officer. So here we are. Here's just the facts of it. They broke into the house through the glass, and at some point did notify them that they were there. And from what I understand at this particular point, there are 30 something officers between SWAT, JSO, and DEA. And there are about 20 witnesses that are not law enforcement. They have body cam footage, but it has not been released. That is on the booking report, that they do have body cam footage for this incident. They also broke down her walls and tore out her piping, trying to find other drugs and narcotics, only to come up with 5 ounces of cannabis. I think you all need to really understand what message this is sending and how dangerous this is. For a long time, people have been advocating for no-knock warrants, as we saw with Breonna Taylor. Are we coming to the point where we can't even sleep in our own homes? Is Black fear not real? This is something we need to talk about, because yet this is a woman who is sitting in jail on a $500,000 bond with 20 years of a residence in Jacksonville and no passport. She is not a flight risk. They have done a bond hearing. The judge was looking for additional information to indicate that they, in fact, did not know that law enforcement was outside. I will be posting all the links to this information, including the 911 call, where you can hear it for yourself. She is clearly in fear. She clearly did not know who was at her door, and she believed that she was going to die. But once she recognized who was at her door, she complied. She immediately surrendered. This is not somebody who meant to go out in a blaze of glory, but you can review it for yourself when I post the links. So what I'm asking here tonight is for you all to sign a petition and share this petition. And we are requesting that the state attorney, Melissa Nelson's office, drop and dismiss the charges against Diamond Ford. The intent was not attempted murder on a law enforcement officer. I need you to understand that that carries a life sentence. That is a life sentence. Diamond has not seen her 11-year-old daughter. She has missed her birthday, and she is sitting in jail. And because of the COVID outbreak, they are on a 23-hour lockdown with 1 hour out. That's just as bad as about confinement. It's really tough right now for her and her family. So I'm asking that you will sign the petition, which I'm going to share in the link here. I'm also going to share a picture that I want you all to circulate, asking for the petition to be signed. And also, there is a GoFundMe account strictly for her bail. And I'd like for you all to donate to helping her come out, post a bond for $50,000, be with her family, and fight this case on the outside. But what we're really requesting is that these charges be blocked, these charges be dropped. Let me see. What do you have going on today? Yes, there was 30 plus officers, and they had no body cam footage. Now, the police report states that they did have body cam footage. However, they're stating that they do not. So I'm not quite sure where the discrepancy and why there is a discrepancy there, but there is one. So just like you all fought for me, you know how hard it was. I'm asking you all, I am really pleading with you all to understand that the message is being sent here is that we can't have guns. We can't protect ourselves, and we sure can't sleep while we're doing that. I need for you all to please share the image that I'm getting ready to put in this Go Live. Circulate it to all your social media platforms, because it's important that we send the message that this no-knock warrant situation needs to end. And we also need to make sure that the right thing is done. Now, we understand that sometimes there are mistakes and people make circulated to all your social media platforms. Y'all, hold on for a second. So, but we want this mistake to be rectified, because otherwise, how are they going to learn? And if they know or they believe that this is okay, it will continue to happen. So let me see. Brian Smith says no-knock warrant should be illegal, and after what happened to Breonna Taylor, law enforcement agencies should be held accountable. Well, guess what? Until we continue to make a noise about this, until we continue to fight about this, until we continue to raise awareness about this, they're going to continue to do it. It's unfortunate that it's happening in our communities the way that it is. And it's unfortunate that Breonna Taylor is no longer here and she couldn't even sleep. And while Diamonds was sleeping and she was awake, what would you do? Was she supposed to wait and identify and possibly be killed herself before she protected herself in her own home? What was the proper resolution for that? That's a good question. You might want to ask that, because this really is a terroristic activity and it's leaving us with no options. And this is just clearly not right. And I really need you all supporting this. So we are going to get you all to share this and get you all to sign the petition. I've already signed it. I've already donated, and I'm asking you all to do the same. Absolutely. If this, in fact, was them, say, for instance, the police officers or a prosecutor, Diamond Ford did what anybody else would do. We don't have time to investigate. We don't know who that is coming into your house. Obviously, whoever wanted to come in your house wasn't necessarily coming to knock on the door. That's the whole point of a no-knock warrant or a high-risk warrant, is to come with the element of surprise. But unfortunately, it's getting people killed. And not only that, it's causing people who do react or respond out of fear to be subject to prison time for the rest of their lives. That's a lose-lose situation. And furthermore, Jacksonville, Florida just got over half the city's budget. The JSO department got half of the city's budget to do what? To spend money doing raids for less than 5 ounces of cannabis? Is this how we want our tax dollars to be spent? I think not. And let me tell you about this. We're going to take on one issue at a time. I'm not here to talk about what defund the police is. We're here talking about Diamonds Ford. We know people are still seeking justice for Breonna Taylor, and we can get justice for Diamond Ford right now. So what I can ask for you to do is to please pass the petition around, to please pass the GoFundMe for her bond around. Let's get her home. We can do it. I know it's been done because it was done for me. I'm a product of my community. I'm coming to support me. I'm a product of Black grassroots organizations coming to support me. I'm a product of the Black woman who organized coming to support me. I'm a product of the world coming to support me. So we absolutely can do this for Diamond. I think it's important that we look at the actual footage. I'm gonna post the links to the police reports, the 911 call, the 2 reports that have been done on 2 different. Well, I think it's the same news agency, and I need for you to look at what is being stated, what information is being withheld, which I just shared with you, and obviously JSO, the state attorney's office, needs to right this wrong. They need to do the right thing. So please share, please sign this petition. Is there any other questions you all have tonight? I am trying to get this link out for you all right now. And let me tell you something. If you listen to the 911 call, she's almost relieved to know that they weren't going to die and that, in fact, it was the police because she was on the phone with the police. And let me just tell you, you trying to kill the police, you ain't calling the police on the police. That's not how that happens. I don't think you understand, like, how do you go from having 5 ounces of cannabis to a life sentence, the possibility of a life sentence? The weird thing is, or the most unfortunate and sad thing is, at this point, marijuana is being sold. It's legal in other states. Our city council didn't pass it, which is a whole nother issue. Jacksonville, Florida City Council did not pass the chance to just have citations for marijuana. So here we are. That's something for us to think about as far as electing officials. Because honestly, it's wrong to have people sitting in prisons for years for something that's being sold right now and being profited off of. If you all don't have any other information or questions for me tonight, I just want to leave you with this. There's a saying that an organizer in New York, who's originally from Chicago, would say is, we do this until we free us. I need for you all to share this. I need for you all to tag your friends. I need for you all to sign the petition. I need for you all to donate for the release of her through the bond. I need for you all to do this, please. This is a Jacksonville 28-year-old mother who was working, sleeping in her home, and feared for her life. And I don't care how you splice this. There's no right way to do this wrong. There's not enough information that they can provide to make this situation right. How they can make this situation right is dropping those charges and releasing Diamonds Ford. And so this is what I'm asking for you all to do tonight. The petition is online, Mike. I will be sharing that in this post. I'm also going to share an image. I need for you all to circulate that hashtag free Diamonds Ford, hashtag justice for Diamond. I'm going to share that image because the image is very, very clear. We can't even sleep. If we sleep, we die. And if we sleep and we defend ourselves, we go to prison. We have to come together on this, y'all. I don't really know what else to say. I really thank y'all for joining me. I want you to share this video. I've given you some clear content. She's been in jail since September 29th. It is December. I'm also going to share some information. I'd like for you all to send her Christmas cards, send her a note, a holiday note. I'm going to provide you with her mailing address. I'm going to provide you with information to make sure that when you send it, it doesn't get kicked back. But since they're locked up, all of them, y'all, for 23 hours, give her some mail to read while she's there. Let her know the people out here care about her. Let her know that she's not forgotten. Let her know that we're not going to be okay with no selves to defend. I'm going to share this information with you all. Make sure you share. Make sure you like. Make sure you sign the petition. Make sure you go to the GoFundMe. Make sure you share all of these things. We got to get Diamond out. Free Diamonds. Hashtag free Diamonds Ford. Hashtag justice for Diamonds. If you have any other information or questions you'd like to ask, just DM me or go to marissaalexander.com, join the conversation, and we'll roll from there. Next week, we're going to go deeper into no-knock warrants, castle doctrine, and stand your ground, because these are issues that continue to be an issue, especially in the state of Florida. And if you don't know the political landscape, typically when Florida decides to pass a law, other states follow. So we have a chance to get this right. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. Be looking forward to the links that I'm going to share. And thank you. Thank you so much for helping me. And I know we can do the same to set Diamond free. Peace out.